This is the site that I want to see, you know? Kiwi Farms is getting destroyed by the masses, and I just fucking love it so much. Just love it so much, man. It's funny, you know? Like, from what I've heard about the whole Kiwi Farms thing and Chibi reviews about how they wanted to fucking assassinate someone. They wanted to assassinate Chibi reviews. So yeah, it seems to be from that post by Sargon's wife's son on Kiwi Farms. We're only gonna need $200 to get. Fuck! I choked on a kernel. Says we're only gonna need $200 to get the RN to his house. Don't worry, we made the mass. I love the bones of his dead brother. That's really fucked up. Yeah. And then Sargon's wife's son also said Josh is gonna pay a pack of fair old ants to come to his house and sexually assault him and then take a shit all over his table. And then Namekin George Floyd responded by saying, "Can we start a GoFundMe for the RN? I want to give those fine gentlemen what they're worth." Yeah. Crazy. Crazy how this is. And they just wanted to like they wanted to get they were gonna like they're like gonna get like a bunch of trying to get I don't know if like trying to get like they call them fair old, yeah, that word, that infamous N word, which I abbreviated because I don't know if you could really still say that word on YouTube. I don't know about that. Zero Dozer the Fifth on Twitter said, "Check Espirito's post for proof that Chibi isn't lying. By the way, motherfuckers are legit trying to put a hit on him, and it's not a post on the 4chan reject forums. It's a Kiwi Farms post." And Josh Moon is defending this by saying it's free speech. Yeah, when you call Joshua Connor Moon, you know, what he is rightfully a pedophile, he just bans you from the forums if you call him out. You know? Kiwi Farms is a really retarded forum. And I'm glad it's being destroyed by the masses. It's just so good to see. Yeah, the farm is under DDoS attack right now. Josh is doing core pound tactics. My website is under attack by anime fans. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he likes. Yeah, like Kiwi Farms is literally trying to plot a murder of an innocent person. And it's like that terrorist web form known as Kiwi Farms thinks they can get away with shit like this. They think they could get away with shit like this. Our forum is under attack. Oh, boo-hoo. Yeah, Joshua Carter Moon even says that he wants to rape and kill as many people as he wants. Like, even in some Kiwi Farms posts, he threatened to shoot his own members with a shotgun. Mind you, he wanted to shoot some of his members with a shotgun. Saw the post. Yeah. Force the Canada Health Act, stop forced privatization. I really hate people who make generative AI videos and passing them off as real. Like, I'm gonna report this post for spam. They better delete this post, okay? Because I don't want to see AI posts being passed off as real. I'm sick and tired of that shit. Joshua Moon knows that Nolia that lives in the USA is the owner of Kiwi Farms. It's now encouraging this behavior and the desecration of my brothers. Find a grave page that had to be taken down. So it's actively encouraging assassination and biohazards to my door. That's what Chiba Review says. Yeah, think about it. Kiwi Farms is actively encouraging terrorism. I know Chance Wilkins, Cyrax has conspiracies about Kiwi Farms, but just imagine it all coming true. It all comes true, you know? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did you know that? Did you? Yeah, I'm reading a post saying. Did you guys notice how Kiwi Farms is so blatantly left wing? They have a complete leftist bias. All their threads are just trying to ruin conservatives and right wing features. Even moderators such as yourself, so obnoxious. They're just like Reddit. Call it green Reddit. Call it like green Reddit. Yeah, like green Reddit. It kind of sounds like it's green Reddit. I don't think it really sounds like it's green Reddit. Sounds like it's one of those like Reddit rejects. Listen, Teeks. Okay, you don't need to know anything about me. Okay. Yeah, some people disagree that Kiwi Farms is left wing. It's more like a whole far right terror thing or whatever. Okay, like. Like, yeah, like, people should have sued the fuck out of Kiwi Farms. Like, Turkey Tom should have just sued the fuck out of Kiwi Farms. Like, Zion Strider said, Kiwi Farms getting canned needs to be canned in any event at this point. Same with Reddit. That site has been nothing but net negativity to every significant internet community since it was first created. Yeah. Kiwi Farms owner Josh Moon making chessmen skeletons in his own closet. Free speech is free speech, he argued. He always runs violence.
Everybody, you go after the Kiwi Farms, and this to me is like so on brand for Keffels that it's actually shocking. So Chibi posted this
is
I think last night.
Responding to Chibi reviews?
Yeah, last night. He said, to those on Kiwi Farms trying to come to my house, I have cameras and I will use the standard ground law and castle doctrine law that is within the Tennessee if I must. If you don't know what that is, do some research. Already got police involved. Don't ruin your life like a retard reporting this to the authorities. Now let's see it. Let's see what those posts are that have him in fear for his life, threatening to do a boogie. He's literally saying that if you come to his house, he's going to stand out there with a gun and shoot you. Understand your ground laws, just like fucking Boogie tried to pull, which worked out great for him. Arkansas, a very liberal state, obviously. His reckless discharge.
I don't believe you, Josh.
Get ready. Here's the post. Messiah Mike posted, possible incoming gem on the Shardy. Oh, I think I'm supposed to read the Soy Jack Party post in the fucking message. The screenshot of a fucking image board that's not the Kiwi Farms. This is what he's complaining about. It's some shit on some other person's fucking website. It's my responsibility.
I call that bullshit. I seen it on Kiwi Farms. I call it bullshit. I seen it on Kiwi Farms, you know? And the whole meme of the whole meme of the soy jack, the fat soy jack saying, "I'm a sad, lonely faggot." That thing, that meme, of course, like Leia Sapienti or something. Kirby says, not gonna lie, this no guy sounds like a faggot. Yeah, that's what he said. What if Kiwi Farms member DDoS attacked their own site to blame Chibi in a galaxy of 100,000 IQ play? Said Papa Pyro. Yeah. Kiwi Farms users are just so unhinged. They like to deny everything. Uh, like, this is what Lemon Party on Kiwi Farms said. He says, I've got 200 Canadian dollars and a mostly unused Netflix subscription for anyone who will kill, and that's what he said, kill Chibi reviews in real life. That's what he said. I know Chibi Reviews is an interesting kind of guy. I mean, I don't think he's perfect. I don't think anyone's perfect. There's some things I agree with him, some things I disagree with him. I mean, sometimes he does, like, share some of the engagement bait that others have been doing and not really doing much research on things. But I like to side with Chibi Reviews on this whole thing against Kiwi Farms because, again, I hate Kiwi Farms. Alright? I would hate having to side with Kiwi Farms from the things they've bullied me with. Yeah, Trashman said to Joshua Carmoon, have fun when the fucking FBI locks you up and shuts down Kiwi Farms for the final time, you monster. Yeah. Lemon Party that was endorsed by users in a thread. Yeah. They even have like an archive of it. Like, you know, Chibi Reviews has proof when he has like an archive about this thing. Yeah. No joke, it's real. An anti-censorship platform wants to get rid of a guy who advocates against censorship. Yeah. Some people say, oh, it's just a joke, it's just a joke. You gotta be careful on what you say. You gotta be careful on what you say. You know? Kiwi Farms has been run since day one. Yeah. Yeah, there's many things I agree about Chibi reviews, and there's some things I don't agree with about Chibi reviews. Man. Of course, this guy's great. Wants everyone to know who I am. Oh, what the fuck? They use AI for something. Josh Moon posted dead woman porn to his Tumblr in 2014 according to Kiwi Farms users. Holy shit, man. And then there is one post right here who he self-reports himself as a pedophile. Josh Moon, like, yeah. I think that's really much of the news I have about Kiwi Farm, but I do. Here lies the Kiwi Farms 2013 to 2025, made by Forsaken Wanderer. Like, said the site was never the same after drop Kiwi Farms in 2022. Yeah, I did notice the Kiwi Farms progressively getting worse since 2022, since I used to be a member on that shithole forum. Jeez. Yeah. But yeah, once Josh Moon's site gets shut down, like, he would never be able to get a job again. I don't think anyone would want to hire this guy. I don't think anyone would ever do want to hire this guy. Yeah. Yeah. Kiwi Farms was basically one of the absolute worst social media sites out there. Probably the absolute worst. I know Twitter and Reddit are extremely toxic, but even Reddit does have some good subreddits that are just good to visit. Sometimes it feels like an actual community, despite other parts of Reddit being the darkest corners of the internet, you know? I mean, yeah, I know there's so many conspiracies against Josh Moon at this point. We're waiting to see if that's really becoming true or not, but yeah. Mhm. Everybody on the internet loves cats, yeah. The internet used to be known for those cute cat videos. Burger, no hot dog. Of course, Grace subreddit known to humanity where the most rational wiki editors spend their time is our GOTS. Yeah. Yeah, Reddit has its goods and bads, but Kiwi Farms is just all bad. Like, there's many people who are trying to defend Kiwi Farms and stuff like that. Those people like to fabricate a lot, like everyone else on Kiwi Farms. They just like to say lies and fabricate and shit like that. Yeah. They're really the absolute worst. And yeah, Twitter was bad, Reddit was bad, so did a lot of the social media. Bad. They give, like, the consequences of giving everyone a voice, you know? While it may not always be bad to give everyone a voice, you gotta be careful on who you give that voice to. Some people are more qualified to have the privilege of having the voice than others. But then again, like having such a power to have a voice on the internet comes with great responsibilities. Giving people the right to incite violence, though, like Kiwi Farms gives people the right to pretty much incite violence against anyone who they hate. Some people say, "Oh, but it's a joke. It's a joke." Is it really a joke if you continuously slander a bunch of people? Oh yeah. Oh, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. Doesn't really sound like a joke to me. Yeah, like social media, yeah, going into those sites was basically a bad idea in my end. Basically, it was basically a regret to just get involved with forums like Kiwi Farms, you know? And the consequence was a stream of harassment against me. It's kind of on me to not heed to those warnings on how could have researched and had better could have researched to have a better idea of what I was going into, you know? Honestly, like Kiwi Farms is just absolute garbage. It really is a shithole forum. It absolutely is a shithole forum. Hello from New York. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, I don't know if I was told about the warnings of social media back in 2015, but if I did, then I should have taken them more seriously. Because I didn't know that social media would get even worse. I didn't know that. I didn't know social media. I don't think anyone else would know that social media was getting worse. It's gotten extremely toxic. You know? Social media. And I'm not just saying Kiwi Farms, I'm saying social media as a whole is very toxic. Comes to me that I just can't handle social media well. I mean, I failed to handle social media well. Okay, when something goes wrong, I get angry. So what's the point of getting involved in social media? Of course you're gonna get angry if you find ideas you don't like. It's just how it is. I don't use public accounts on many social medias anymore, and I deleted several social media accounts. I deleted several of them. And it's not just because of Kiwi Farms, you know? It's also because what's the point? It's also because what is the point, you know? Regurgitating the same fear-mongering bullshit. People like to present a story to get others to fear-monger because that gives them engagement. Because what else can they get? This is what people crave. Is fucking engagement. And they'll do everything they could. They'll do everything they can to get engagement. Whether it's a bullshit AI video about something they pass off as real, or it's some news saying a bunch of bullshit, saying like getting people to fearmonger and shit like that. It's annoying, man. There's no, they don't give out any good information on what people should hear. I mean, because again, like no news is good news. They just want people to be frightened and share a bunch of shocking events and shit like that, or share something that's and they make a post saying, "Oh, this threatens my rights. I must share that," or something like that, or just make up a story about something about some government doing unrealistic shit when it didn't fucking happen. So much fake news. So much of this people passing off AI is real. I'm sick of it. I'm very fucking sick of it. The only reason why I'm on Twitter is because some people do post their anime art on there, and I have to be logged in to see those posts. Otherwise, I would just completely close down my Twitter account. Never use it ever again. You know? Let's see if people are like talking about this thing called a pandemic treaty. Oh my god, man, this is bad. News from Geneva is that the unelected World Health Organization bureaucrats are rushing to make the pandemic treaty even more dangerous. Like, really? They use like an outdated picture of like Joe Biden as president and Justin Trudeau as prime minister. You know that Donald Trump is the president and Mark Carney is the prime minister, you know? And yeah, I'm talking about United States and Canada, you know? Member states are urged to commit binding equity with the pandemic treaty. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Gee, that is just pure fear-mongering crap. NBC News says some members of Gen Z are feeling so pessimistic about the future of the country and modern technology that they would hop in a time machine back to the 90s. Okay, actually, here's how you can get through the 2020s better, okay? One, try to filter all this bullshit news out there. Question everything you're told, and if you just can't question the new, if you can't do any research, just filter out the news entirely. Okay, just filter out the news entirely if you're not going to question what's being said on the news. Okay, just filter that out. Or just filter out social media entirely, okay? Don't engage in posts that are considered news. Stuff like that. Man. Man, Kiwi Farms users are afraid that Chibi reviews will be the next Keffels. Well, Kiwi Farms should have been shut down by Keffels. Even though, yeah, Keffels may not be a good person, I don't know about that. But still. Like, just try to ignore social media as much as you can. Try to ignore this. And better yet, why not just delete your social media account, okay? If you can, delete your social media accounts. Okay? Other than that, just at the very least filter out any stories that you find are bullshit. Any kind of newsworthy shit. Like only get into like what people are doing as hobbies and stuff just to like occupy their time on there, okay? Try to occupy yourself with something that isn't trying to instill fear in you. Okay? Because that's the only way you're going to get through this decade. And in 2030s, people are just going to do the same shit over and over again, so why should you listen to them? The world has always been in chaos, no matter what. It may seem like things are escalating, but again, there was never world peace. There was never a completely ideal time to be in. You want to go into a time machine and go back to the 90s and stuff like that? How many of you are going to even be able to survive in the 90s with the technology that they have then with the technology you already have right now in the 2020s? How much are you? Just going to end the stream right here. So yeah, good night.